I know we have people.
Do have chance to, but the last 2 or 3 years, we made a description on it. So we really do like much. Yeah, things are changing, so I'm starting to think that it's not it was, yeah. Yeah, it's really good. That's the primary. So this is secondary. No, St. John's. Did do the second thing. So let's see him, and he, so my knowledge is in charities, he's taking. Yeah. Say general, so she must basically well, okay, I'm gonna sit down here.
We have a lot of social distancing.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we didn't have quite as much. Distancing.
It's so hard for so many people to get out.
It is, yeah, I understand.
It's harder for me to get up Saturday morning.
So we need some good.
So do you know this one? Yes and no, yeah, I mean, yeah. And also, I mean, I was thinking about, and with, parties coming up also, oh, Elliot and Joe. But yeah, I work with them. It's good, yeah, yeah, sure, they are, the community of the organization. But, yes, thank you. The Elliot and Joe were on the road to me. It is, well, yeah, if you live here, I will do some things like the building block. I believe it had words in 10 years, it's okay. Thank you.
Year extra.
You can't even miss.
1970.
So it's cool.
Yes.
Oh, it's really actually, or is it when you're. Well, I started my 12 year 1969.
Yeah.
But I didn't start these. Hey there. How are you? And you know, it's something.
Grandchildren. There are, I'll tell you the cesspool, but they're just like a virus. Well, it works. Where's the,
I was. But now I run all the line for doing it. Where's your national?
oh, that's it. That's the one. Look at that, it's already on. Oh, oh, he's gonna use that tonight? I guess so.
Rabbi to the Lord.
Yeah. Okay. Who set it up?
I don't know, Sam probably.
Oh, Sam set that up? Good for
Sam,
him.
or did Dave come in and?
No, no, we set that up, then,
You set this up?
Yeah, Sam got the.
Sam thought it out.
and then-
You set up the plugins and all that?
is that okay?
Well, Sam, yeah,
Sam did it.
it's not that hard.
I think he's proud.
No, Sam started it, so he made sure we had everything in the right place and plugged in,
I
and then we moved it.
Yeah, it was all over there.
So, as they say in New Mexico, I was gonna shove some nachos.
Well,
There
I
you go.
did realize one thing. You gotta use the master volume and not the gain. So Sam had the gain on the master volume.
Brad, it's not, that's not, you have to be careful how you turn, it's fine.
By the way, I don't know if you.
I'm wearing like this, right? Oh. Fine.
So didn't know if you knew that. So we put this about there.
Cool.
When he goes, I'll turn this off.
Okay.
No, I just. So. Gary, did you start the stream?
What does he want to do about the interview? What do you want to do about the interview? What do you say?
Oh, no, this is just talk.
Where was it?
No, it's just like this one came and then he got here. I had to get anything to satisfaction. There's a change in profit. So it felt like we were in the leisure. So
11 years.
I wouldn't call members users, but if you need to, Jerry. It says.
I've only used that, that's the boom terminal. It's not a meant to be a.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
Value.
well, isn't it a little bit better than what you expect? No?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Good. Just, I want to be here, make it happen.
I just. I need it. I put that piece of kid for a second ago.
This isn't yours, this is mine. No, I don't have yours. Piece of paper.
I remember. It was so-
You tell me what, yes, no worries.
I'm gonna grab.
Yeah.
You want to start with your. You want to start with your deed? What do you want to start?
I usually start with first and last of your deed, but I'm happy to start with.
No,
the
let's
one
do
around.
No, let's start with your deed. Start with your deed.
So let me see.
Start with your deed. 10. Just the first and last?
That's what I do.
You got it?
On Shabbat, we do the second one for. Shabbat Shalom. Hi, Harvey. Sorry about that.
Shabbat Shalom. Thanks for everyone for coming tonight, and thanks to everyone who's joining us in the Zoomagog. Rabbi Andrew Hahn has just arrived. He got here just a little while ago, got him settled in, and you can see that he already has some of his instrumentation set up. And so let's give him a Beth Israel congregation welcome. We have our Shaliach Tzibor numero uno on the bima to help show off how excited we are to have Rabbi Hahn with us for the weekend and have each other. Let's start off with chanting on page 10 with the Yedid Nefesh.
Yedid Nefesh Avarachama Mishochadechach Neoritzonach Yarotzavadachemo Ayav Kishtachave Mohadarach Ki Yaravo Yedidutach Mitzofet Suv Bechotam.
Last verse.
Higalena Ufros Chaviv Alai Tetzukan Shelomecha Ta'ir Eretz Mikvodach Nagila Benismechavach Mahirahu Kivamoed V'chaneini Himeolam Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai Yadadai Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 dai
11.
Lechu neranena ladonai nari aletzor yishenu nikan mafana betoda bizmirot nari alo nikan mafana betoda bizmirot nari alo Kiel gadol Adonai Umelech Adol Al Kol Elohim Asher Biyado Mechere Aretz V'toafot Harim Lo Asher Biyado Mechere Aretz V'toafot Harim Lo.
We continue silently, Asher.
Arba'im shana akol b'dor va'omaram tovei levavim l'durachai asher nishbati b'yavi im yivon anukati.
13.
Shiru ladonai shir chadash shiru ladonai kol aretz shiru ladonai baruch hu shemo basu miyom leyom yeshuato safru vagoyim kevodo bechol ha'amim nifleotav ki gadol Adonai hu Lameo Norahu Akel Elohi Kiko Elohe Hamim melilim ba'adonai Shamaim asa ho vehadar le'fanav oz v'tiferet be'mikdashto Havol Adonai mishpachot amim Havol Adonai kavavos Havol Adonai Kevod Shemo Suminacha Uvol Chatzotay Hishtakavu Ladonai Hahn Rakodesh Hilu Befinu Kol Haaretz Imu Vagoyim Adonai Malach Afantikon Tevel Baalatimon Yadin Namin V'Meisharim Yismechu Hashamayim V'Tagel Hara Yiram Lo Yad Sadai V'Chol Asher Bo Asher Ananu Kol Atseya Lifnei Adonai Kiva Lishpot Haaretz Yishpot Tevel B'Tzedek Ve'amim Ve'emunato
We welcome the spirit of Shabbat and go through the Psalms. We're going to be in a moment on page 21. Just taking you through, we've entered like a wild deer, free of any burden from Shabbat. We placed down our burdens and made a little promise to God and back that we will not complain during the Shabbat. We've acknowledged there's a beautiful harmony and kindness that's part of the real deep natural order of creation that we're trying to connect with. We see that our ancestors managed to sense it and connect to it, even though injustice and cloud intervene in between. And here we are at 21, reminding ourselves that God's voice speaks from the cloud, from creation. When we open our eyes to hear it, enter into it for personal transformation. We're on 21.
Start me off.
What?
Somebody.
There's so many.
The Karl Bach.
Habu, Karl Bach. That's not Habu Elijah. No, that's not Karl
You know what?
Bach.
I'll do that one.
Sorry,
I'll do that one.
I know.
Mishpol David, Havul Adonai, Benelim, Havul Adonai, Kavod Baos, Havul Adonai, Kevod Shemo, Hishtachavul Adonai, Behar Kodesh, Kol Adonai, El Hakavod Ehirim, Adonai, Mayim Rabim, Kol Adonai Bakoach, Kol Adonai Behadar, Kol Adonai Shover Arazim, Vaishaver Adonai Et Azehavanon, Yakidehem Kemo Egel, Levanon Vesiyon, Kemoven Remim, Kol Adonai Chosev Lavotesh, Kol Adonai Yachil Midbar, Yachil Adonai Midbar Kadesh, Kol Adonai Yachol Ayalot, Vayechesof Ye'arov, Uvehechalo Kulo Merkavot, Uvehechalo Kulo Omer Kavod, Adonai Lamabu Yashav, Vayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam, Adonai Os Leamu Yitain, Adonai Yevarech et Amo.
Now at the conclusion of those Psalms, we have Ana Bakoach inserted on page 22. Let our spirit kind of open up with a little bit of a cry toward the beyond.
Ana Bechoach Bechoach, Gedulat Yemincha Yemincha, Tate Tzerura Kaber Inatamcha, Sagvehu Tarenu Nora. Anna bechoach bechoach gedulat yemincha yemincha tatir tzurura kaberinatamcha sagbehu tarehu Anna bechoach gedulat yemincha tatir tzurua Tatir tzerua kabel rinat amecha sagveho tarenu nora Anna bechoa kedulat yemincha tatir tzerua kabel rinat amecha sagvehu tarenu nora Ay, 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 ay.
Offer your voice.
Ay, 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 ay.
It's my honor at this time to call up Rabbi Andrew Hahn to join us today. I've gotten in the habit lately of getting less formal, so I'm asking people to introduce themselves these days, because that way I have something to look forward to, rather than already reading it from a page. So Rabbi Hahn, we welcome you. I ask you to introduce yourself and share words with us, and don't expect too much kirtan tonight, because we want to save some of it for Sunday, and I'll let him speak first.
Good to be here, just about here. And I'm Andrew Hahn, I live in Western Massachusetts, I'm from Pittsburgh. Here, they have people from my home art place here. And I've been, I was trained in Jewish theological seminary for academic work, and then went to community college for living formation. And for the last, since 2004, under the influence of my last great teacher, I was on who founded the renewal movement. I have been doing this form of increasingly doing what the form of prayer called kirtan, which is the technology that comes from info. And it's very rich in the prayer form, and the basic thing about it is the main easiest way to say it is that I sing line and you all sing that, and we just do this called continual call and response chanting, with the call and the response. We've had this kind of tradition since the beginning, since songs in different forms, and this being a little different in that it's a practice. So along the way, I took on the moniker as the name Kirtan Rabbi. It's a funny story of how I came to that, but I'm going to do some tonight, telling you about that. But I really wish that I could be having a practice that I could be having a practice that I don't. Because what I'm really interested in my mission, and soon I will be working with Rabbi and Allah to make this happen, is that we begin to more and more view Judaism, yes, as a communal thing together, yes, as a religion, but also as a kind of practice. And what we're doing, the why and wherefore of what we're doing becomes clear, and we have a goal. Just like because so many people now are doing yoga and Tai Chi and kind of meditation, and when they enter those spaces, they know what they're going to get. They know what they're after. And I want us to know that too, that we have a practice, and that when we walk into a space like this, we know. It's like seeing all of our friends and identity and all that. We also have practice. So I started to do this kirtan, and there's nothing better to show a practice of the Jewish practice of Judaism as a practice as Kabbalat Shabbat. This is a place where the mystics really understood meditation, or being able to be in the zone. They put it in a beautiful ways there. Just a little earlier, but I don't quite remember how you put it. But to connect and to connect to the divine, or to connect to one's inner self, however you look at it, they understood, and I today feel this most of all. They understood that you can't let the left hand off the freeway And say, it doesn't work that way. Practice, you need to warm up. You're not immediately, it's not immediately Shabbat in the sense of Shabbat and Nachash that God rested and renewed self. Well, we do that as in the Tatsi of day. So it's not that simple. And I just came off an airplane, so I can tell you it's not that simple to just immediately drop in. So they designed this service where you have a lot of warm-up. You transition from the week, work-a-day week, the hectic work-a-day week, into Shabbat as a space and a place to dwell and be and bask. And they knew that. And so they set up a system where they started off, first of all, with 6 psalms, one for each day of the week. And what these psalms all emphasize is the malchut, the sovereignty of God. They're all 6 psalms really focus on that aspect of God. It's sort of like of being melech or the malchut. And the reason for that is we didn't always, we had some harsh taskmasters in the past. And often we would have harsh bosses or people, not just all people. And the reason that we emphasize that aspect of God is because when we come in here, we want to say there is a boss over all our bosses. There is a king over all of the kings. Over all the sovereignties, there's a sovereign. Beyond that, and to just remind ourselves of that before we're ready to receive it. And then we get to the Kabbalat, which I'll talk about a little bit in a moment. We get to this unbelievable hymn, which probably has more melodies written to it than anything in the Jewish canon. And it's the Kabbalat slowly, the intricacies are amazing. It slowly transitions us from the hectic workaday world to the divine, to the divine. So, and at the beginning, you hear things like rise up from the dust, or all these kind of phrases that remind us of our yearning and our longing and our servitude and our downgradedness. But as it moves on, it lists and lists and lists. And within each stanza, actually, it's like this. Within each stanza is a mini list, and then each stanza also lists beyond the next one. And by the time you get to the 8th stanza, you're at the time of the Sunday. It's talking about the Sunday, and then we get to the 9th stanza, you're no longer about the world to come. It moves us there, and then just to make this cycle complete, that there's one more song after. And what is that song? It's more sheer, So there, we made it. We made it in Shabbat through this process of these 6 songs and then Kabbalat. A little bit to Kabbalat itself. First of all, we're going to sing it in call and response. Sunday night's the real thing. I don't want to overdo it tonight. We do a little call and response, get a taste of that. There's so many things I can say about Kabbalat, and before I wrote the music for this, that I contributed to this. The first, they're all melodies based on Indian chants, actually. But before I put this together, I taught courses at the JCC in New York, and I studied for years before I did this. And so there's so many intricacies. But one thing I want to say, one thing that the Kabbalat is certainly doing in terms of action is we're bringing the male and female aspects of God together. We're bringing the male and female, and we're bringing together the transcendent aspect of God with the human aspect, the part we have more access to. And that is usually, in some of the mystical writings, the more transcendent aspect is Yod-Heh, Yod-Heh, Vav-Heh. Yod-Heh, or Yod-Heh, since Yod-Heh is the more transcendent, and Vav-Heh is the more part of God we have more access to. And so this psalm is doing a lot of things in our practice, doing a lot of things. And there's one cool thing about it, because we're just going to sing the refrain. Let's come to Kabbalat, make Shabbat, we're not going to do the stanzas. I don't know if you all the stanzas of this, but we're not going to do that tonight. it's encoded in it, what I'm talking about. So if you were to say, now this is not how we do it in modern many, it's not how we do it, but if you were to add up numerologically, the yud and the hey, how many, what is that? Yud plus hey. Everybody besides 15. So yud is 10 and hey is 5, that's 15. So the Chadodi Kabbalat is 15 letters. And Pnei Shabbat, and if you were to add up Vav Hey, what does that add up to? 6 plus 5. 11. Pnei Shabbat and Kabbalat is 11 letters. So it's encoded in there, this Yud Hey Vav Hey, right in the refrain. So maybe you think about that while we do this chant. So it starts off a little bit mournfully, and then we move from the yearning and longing, and we move toward this. And I'm going to sing. Please, we would sing back. I might sing with you a little bit, just sometimes if you help it. But do whatever you feel. There's no right or wrong with this. There's no, this is messy stuff. This is called a harmony.
Let's take a few moments of silence to let the part of your soul that's been in exile during the week lock back into place. As we prepare to recite the Shabbat Psalm at the top of 27, may we feel even more unified in saying, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, it's good to express gratitude to God.
Mizmor shir yom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, Uzamer l'shimcha elyon, Lagid ba'boker chasdecha, Ve'munachcha ba'lelot, Alei asor ve'alei navel, Alei higayon b'chinor, Alei asor ve'alei navel, Alei higayon b'chinor. Tzadikata ma'yifrach keres balvanon yiske tetulin behet Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrihu od yenuvon the seva the Sheinin Veranayim Yiyu Lehagin Yashar Adonai Tzuri Tzuri Velo. Mikolot Maim Rabim Adirim Mishpreyam Adibarom Adonai Edo Tachanenu Meod V'chana V'kodesh Adonai Yorech Yamim.
We're going to be skipping ahead a bit to 39a. We're going to do Mortis Kaddish at the end in just a little bit, at the end of Mari. So with the Kabbalat Shabbat bringing us complete, we are standing on page 39 to the beginning of the Armin service.
Baruch hu et Adonai HaMavorach. Baruch HaMavorach Ilam Poed.
You may be seated and continue silently, maybe from this mood, opening up to some of the readings on the sides of the pages, letting in words of poetry and philosophy that maybe will resonate especially with us.
El Chai v'Kayam, Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Voed. Baruch Ata Adonai Hamari Varavim.
Prepare for Shema on page 4.
Elacha al tasenu mimenu li'olamim. Baruch Ata Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
41.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך וכל נפשך וכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם ושבתך בביתך ולכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם ביד על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
42 and 43 to decide.
Adonai Elohechem emet.
Together again on page 44.
ומלכותו ורצון קיבלו עליהם, משה ומרים ובני ישראל חם שירה בשמחה רבה במכולם. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נהרה תהילות הוסף אלה. מלכותך וראו בניך בוקע ים לפני משה, זה עלינו ויאמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת, לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי Shabbat v'yinafash.
We're preparing for the silent Amidah. We'll be standing in a moment. So I try to hide in my closet that I'm very much an East-West rabbi. When I first got here, many of you came to my courses on Buddhism and Judaism and philosophy involving it. And so just for a moment, as we look at that last line that Rabbi Hahn referred to earlier, Vayom Hashvi'i Shabbat V'yanafash, that God Shabbated and then was resold or refreshed. That remember that Shabbat really means to cease. It means cessation, and a very important term, both cross-culturally in mysticism of all kinds of different cultures. The importance that before your soul is fully unified, there's a step first, which is cessation. And so may we feel a moment of cessation so that we are resouled, refreshed, and let us prepare for just 20, 30 seconds to be silent. Upon being resouled, what is the prayer that you're supposed to be having, that I'm supposed to be having tonight? Please rise.
יתקדש ויתקדש שמי רבו, ויאמר יברח ירתך וימליך מלכותך, בחייכם וביומכם ובחייך בית ישראל, בגאולה בזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבו מבורך לעולם עולמי המאיה. יתברך וישתבח ויבוא וידבר מנסה וידע וידלה שמר קודשה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן ויאמה וימרו.
47 to 52 in the language of your choice, or just closing your eyes in the prayer that you're supposed to be having. Those who are still davening, stay in the place that you need to be, as the rest of us are singing on 53.
ויקולו השמיים והארץ בכל צבאם ויכול אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה וישבות ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו, אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, אלוהי אברהם ואלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי ישראל אלוהי רבקה ואלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא העליון, קונה שמיים וארץ, מגן אבות בדברו. מחיי מתים במאמרו, האל הקדוש שאין כמוהו, המניח לעמו ביום שבת קודשו, כי בם רצה להניח להם, כי בם רצה להניח להם, לפניו נעבוד ברפרף אחת, ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד, מעין הברכה. אל ההודעות, אדון השלום, מקדש השבת ומברך שביעי, ומניח בקדושה, ויעמדו שני עונג, זכר למעשה בראשית.
Most of you know that my practice at the top of 54 is I love the final blessing of the Amidah in English, and I usually ask a child to read it. And so today, I know everyone's looking. Ezra, don't worry, I'm not going to. One of the things that, I mean, you all probably know that I've davened kirtan before, and I've davened Reb Drudin. Oh, I was there, but I was there. And one of the things that I really connect with in it is that it puts my mind in a state of beginner's mind. You know, the Zen term. It's like you don't have to know anything, and putting you in the mindset of, I'll just leave it at that, as beginner's mind. So I'm going to do something I've never done in my 15 years, which is let's read to ourselves the top, that just think of yourself as that. I'm asking a child to hear these words through the voice of a child saying these ancient words of our liturgy, but it's you with your beginner's mind. Just read the paragraph to yourself, and then you'll do Kaddish Shalom. Top of 54. Kaddish Shalom.
יגדל ויקדש שמי רבה,
אמן.
ומה דברך יורתי במתמח כזה בחייכון ובמכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה בזמן קריב אמרו אמן, יהי שמי רבו מבורך, ועולם עולם מהמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפרביד רבי נשא ודרבי ללב אליו שמי לקודשה, בריאותו לעילה מכל ברכתה ושבתה, שוב ברכתה ונחמתה, דם מרם בעלמה ואמרו אמן, תקבע סוכן וברכון לכל ישראל, קודם אבוני ושמי ואמרו אמן, יש שלום הרבי שמי וכם עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן, עושה שלום במרומם, הוא יעשה שלום, עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן.
Page 56. Like to finish it.
Yeah. עלינו לשבח לאדם הכל, ותהיו לנו שלא עשנו כדי הרצון, ולא עשנו כדי האדמה, שלא שמת בהם, וגאור עלינו בגאורם. אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ככתוב בתורתך, לא ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
We may be seated, perhaps except for those who are reciting the Mourner's Kaddish this evening. Beth Israel congregation remembers, among others, the yortzites of Gertrude Altman, Edwin Altman, Eva Benjamin, Minnie Berman, Ella Berman, Iris Bernstein, Harold and Sidney Cohen. Let me say them separately. Harold Cohen, Sidney Cohen, Rose Doberson, David Dwoskin, Marcia Federbush, Bertie Fell, Gerald Friedman, Marjorie Gross, Ethel Hafter-Atz, Jane Harari, Olga Hearn, Judith Finkelstein-Cashton, Florence Kirshen, Barbara Hoffman-Klein, Joyce Kaczynski, Tsipora Levy, William Lefline, Julius Levine, Murray J. Lieberman, Louis Lipnick, Eva Londa, David Markell, Ben Miller, Fanny Moshowitz, Samuel Oventhal, Shirley Pitt, Ann Punt, William Paul Reagan, Milton Ressler, Gene Rogers, Cantor Moses Rontal, Alice Rosenberg, Abraham Ross, Irving Schmerling, Shelley Sherry, Harry Ziskin, Marvin Solvith, Gene Solvith, Paul Solway, Arthur Alex Summers, Joseph Stone, Morton Stubbins, Lottie Waxer, Lillian Weisberg, Benjamin Wolin, and Peter Zeller. As we continue to remember Bruce Stahl, Carol Amster, Gary Joseph Ullman, Paul Ernest Phillips, Leslie Garber Matthews, Raisa Levinskaya, Alice Cohen, Toby Barban Rothaus, Vivian Perlstein, Martin Lindenauer, Bonnie Rosenberg, Harleen Appelman, Lionel Finkelstein, Sidel Popinski, David Stein, Harvey Katz, Martin Warshaw, Gidon Hoffer, Lois Kluger, and Beverly Bennett, along with all of those for whom we're saying the Kaddish tonight, together on page 58. Yitgadal, v'yikadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divrach kirute, v'yamlich malchute, v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayedecho Beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru amen. Yehe shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam ulamei al-maya. Yibarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shlama Rabbah min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichronam livracha. May their memories continue to bring blessings to this world, as I know that they do. I'm going to keep announcements really brief, which is please come back and join us and continue with Shabbat tomorrow morning. You may remember that before High Holy Days, Neil was leading services and introduced melodies from High Holy Days into the normal Shabbat service, which is another way of gaining perspective and dimension and shifting a frequency of the soul to lock in a way we're not used to. It was really glorious, and Neil's done it before in different ways. And Neil will be back tomorrow, and I've asked him to integrate a little bit of Hanukkah and the light a little early, one day early, and bring it into some of the prayers and melodies. And also Reb Drew will be here and delivering a message or Devar Torah of his choice, a teaching of his, a little bit of himself, and also in lieu of Musaf, a Tai Chi experience in 2010. So, and you'll see how we do that. We'll welcome back Reb Drew. It's into our annex. And then Sunday, of course, religious school. And in the religious school, Reb Drew will be working with kids. As Reb Drew told me on the phone and in our conversations on Zoom, that sometimes kids just get it so fast. And so our religious school, my kids will be there, and parents are also invited if they want to be there with kids who are not in the religious school. They may join, and that'll be Sunday morning. And then, of course, we'll see you at the Hanukkah party of Illuminate Sunday at 5 o'clock. Please register so we know you're coming. And then at 6 o'clock, you saw the giant Hanukkah. We'll be lighting it outside and then coming in for, and what's the right word? Is concert the right word? Experience? It's in concert with you. No, but really, it's the full experience of kirtan, and we're, we'll have so many people and really feeling as maybe it's the bad metaphor, but I was trying to talk to someone about like the way I feel about kirtan. Oh, I know. I did it in the Washtenaw Jewish News. So the article on the front page is right outside if you want to take a copy with you, where I said, it's the experience that I used to have following the Grateful Dead. It's like you feel like you're finishing lines. And like, how did everybody know that Jerry was not going to finish that verse and that everybody knew to jump in to finish that verse? It's the same experience when you have a lot of people like doing chant and response, and especially with the Jewish texts. It's so honored to have you here. So that's the rest of this weekend. We'll close the service with Kiddush, which we have to go back to page 55. Please rise.
Sabri Chaverai. Thank you. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pi hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kisar b'torav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kosher v'avav ratzon nithilanu, zikaron l'maseh b'reishit. Ki hu yom techila mikra'e kodesh, sechel etziat Mitzrayim, kivanu b'charta. Yotanu kidashta mikahani Shabbat kodeshecha v'yavau ratzon hichaltan Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh hashabbat. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Thanks so much.